Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to PatFacts. Patrick here. Pat on your back, personal fitness. I hope everyone's having a great week so far, and getting geared up for the long weekend. It's the middle of May. That May long weekend, May 2-4, some places call it, but it's a little before that. This weekend, Victoria Day weekend coming up. Kind of the tip off to official start of summer and the summer season. So I thought it'd be a great time to just sort of check in and have some reminders for us all as we get ready to maybe head out to barbecues and pool parties and things as we head into that summer season, outdoor festivals, concerts, things like that going on. It's important for us to do the best we can. We want to enjoy ourselves, have our great times that we deserve to have. But again, try to do the best we can to help us stay on track. So just a few tips today of things to keep in mind as you're, again, maybe heading to a cottage for the weekend or to a barbecue, an outdoor party, festival, things like that. A lot of those things going on between now and basically Labor Day, if not a little later. So again, just a few reminders to not throw ourselves too far off track and off our progress into what's going on. So we're going to start with a bit of nutrition focus. And again, if you have any tips or tricks that you like to use to help you stay on track, and please feel free to share them with us in the comments in your chats. And thanks as always for tuning in, whether you're here with us now live or via recording as well. We always appreciate you guys being here and sharing this with the communities and helping this community continue to grow and evolve. So the first one we're going to start with, pretty obvious one, water. Water intake is going to be our friend, especially this time of year. It's the temperature hopefully is warm, nice weather. You're out in the sun. Maybe you're in the water, taking part in activities and swimming and things like that. You're still going to lose fluid, even though it doesn't feel like it if you're in the water. So very important to rehydrate through the day. So keep drinking that water throughout the day. If we get dehydrated, that can lead to some feeling of hunger sometimes. If we feel a little hungry, it could be a sign of dehydration. So we want to make sure we have those hydration levels up. Again, for safety, in the summer months, the warm weather, we want to have that hydration in. Our cells need that water to do the different processes in the body and to help it cool itself as well. So we want to make sure that water's there. But it can also help us feel fuller, feel satiated. Again, if we're thirsty, dehydrated, it could show up as a bit of hunger feeling, and then that can lead us to maybe some poor decision making if we are dehydrated or feeling hungry as well. So it helps us feel fuller, helps protect the body, helps regulate the temperature, which are very good safety concerns. And again, it can help us make better choices. If we're not feeling so famished, we'll probably make better choices when we get to the snack table, the meal table itself, rather than maybe just kind of go for everything because we still feel so famished, but it's mostly because we're dehydrated. So always keep the water close by. Have a water bottle with you at the table. Get freeze some, whatever strategies work for you. With the stainless steel one, they're insulated. A lot of them will stay cold for a long period of time. You can throw those in the shade somewhere, have them close by, and just sip on the water throughout the day. Make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you stay full. If you're going to these, again, maybe a barbecue or an outdoor dinner party, something like that, have a meal beforehand. A lot of us, because we want to enjoy the barbecue and the homemade foods and stuff, we eat so much during the day until we get there. And then we try to make up those calories and that last time. And we kind of overdo it. Try not to do that. Have your meals. Eat through the day. Maybe if you want to, you can scale back a little bit on the calories and to make room for some of the indulgence maybe later in the evening. But just eat as you would throughout the day. Then again, we feel fuller. We make some better choices. We don't overdo it or inhale our food and eat so fast that it can lead to kind of bloating and issues and things like that. We can actually chew and enjoy and savor the food the way we think we're going to when we don't eat all day, when in reality we just kind of shovel it in as fast as we can. And that can lead to problems later on and even maybe hunger feeling because we go through it so quickly and we don't get to really enjoy it as much as we like to. So have a lot of food, stick to your meals. Maybe have some a protein-rich meal before you go. Again, to help you feel fuller longer and to keep you from binging so much when the food presents itself at that barbecue or that outdoor event, and you'll make better choices if you feel fuller, if you're not feeling so hungry, which leads us to our 80-20 rule or principle we like to follow. Do the best you can 80% of the time. 20% of the time, you're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to have a little bit of fun. That's okay too, but try to get the good stuff as much as you can. So if you're at again, like an outdoor barbecue kind of thing, eat the best you can. Maybe have some of those veggie snacks, salads, fruit, things like that to get a good meal in you, get the best choices possible. And then if you have a couple burgers or a hot dog or some dessert after, or a couple of Coolie Pops, it's not so big of a deal because we've done a good foundation. We've taken care of ourselves, and then we can kind of have the treats and enjoy ourselves. It's kind of when it flips to the 20-80, where 20 is good and 80 is a little off. That's when we feel sluggish the next day. We'll feel quite like ourselves. And then that could lead to the next day maybe not making the best choices as well. And remember, we're thinking of this long-term 2025 goal we've set for ourselves. So we don't want to derail ourselves too much. Again, enjoy ourselves, have fun. We deserve to do that. But we want to keep in mind that progression toward that goal. And our one day of fun and enjoyment should lead to 4 or 5 days of not sticking to our plan and doing that work towards our goal because maybe we didn't make the best choices we could. So do the best you can. Make the best choices possible. Again, if you're outside at like a waterfront fest or something like that, sometimes it's tough. There's not always a healthy choice. But again, do your best with what's there. Again, think of the water, the meals before you go as well. And those will help you, again, when you get to that event, hopefully make those better choices. Stick to that 80-20 principle. Excuse me. And we touched a bit on this one too about pacing yourself. We said this earlier. If you show up hungry, you might get in there and just kind of binge on everything. Pace yourself. Maybe get, like I said, a salad first, have a few veggies, something to snack on, and then go in for that meal. Take a plate full. Think of portion sizes, like a palm size of usually a serving. Get your serving in, go through, give yourself a moment after you eat, let things settle a little bit, and then maybe go back and get some more, or decide what you want to do, or try a little bit of this the first time, and then go back for the something else on your second round. Don't get the whole buffet or the whole thing at once. Just go up the next time maybe and try something different if you want to sample things out. But really try to pace yourself. And just kind of a bonus tip with that, if you're out of these events and activities, try to play and move a little bit more. Usually, again, there's maybe some ring toss, maybe some cornhole, maybe some different games going on that you can take part in. Take part in those. It'll keep you away from the food tables. It'll keep you distracted a little bit from it as well. So that, again, you don't maybe overindulge. Keeps your mind preoccupied, keeps you busy. And for some of these, you're being active. A little bit of tossing, you're catching things. If you throw the cornhole, the bean bags like me, you might have to go chase them after. So you get those steps and you get some movement in as well. So you burn some calories, keep the body moving, which is all good for us, for our body and our mind as well. And it's fun. We need to play more as grown-ups. We don't play nearly enough and have that fun, and we need to do that. So take part in those activities, in those games. Enjoy yourself a little bit. Let your hair down and let loose. With a lot of these activities, as I mentioned earlier, there's going to be probably some adult beverages available. So again, just trying to think of just ways to minimize. Those are extra calories that we're taking in. So if you're trying to monitor that a little bit, those do add up quite quickly. So a few things we can think of. You could stay dry. You could just show up and drink your water, maybe drink your juice, lemonade, whatever the case may be. Maybe you be the DD for that, for your group, something like that, where you can, again, cut out those calories, just kind of be there, be in the moment and enjoy yourself, and just work on staying hydrated. If you're going to have some beverages, remember to have some water, that 1-to-1 ratio. Again, to keep the body hydrated, especially this time of year. It's warm, you're going to sweat, you're going to dehydrate quickly. Alcohol is going to add to that. So being sure you put that water back in your system, and it'll help you feel better the next day as well. And again, moderation. Try to pace yourself as much as you can. And again, at some of these events, and again, with the weather and being outside and being social, excuse me, sometimes it tends to go down like water, but we want to be careful. Sorry, guys. Be careful of that and make sure we're moderating ourselves and pacing ourselves as best we can. Again, take part in those activities. Enjoy yourself a little bit. I should have brought my water thing. And again, a little tip if you like, if you're maybe use a mix. So a rum and Coke looks the same as a Coke. So maybe just have something with a dark mix. Maybe just have a glass of mix in between your drinks here and there. Again, just to mix things up, maybe kind of puts you in the environment there that you feel maybe included or no one even realize. Sometimes at these events, as people have more, maybe there's a bit of a peer pressure to partake and to have fun with everybody else. And so you can kind of limit that maybe peer pressure that sometimes presents itself in these environments as well, where it looks like you're having a drink, but you're doing your part to stay dry and watch the calories and things like that as well. So a few different things you can keep in mind with you in that one. And just making sure that, excuse me, we do our best to manage ourselves. Summertime, again, maybe there's sports events that the kids have. There's these events and things to kind of plan. So make sure that we're still getting rest. Again, late nights, lots of more daylight to take advantage of. So late nights are easy to find. And again, nice weather, maybe a fire pit or something with a couple of friends. It doesn't take long for the night to get away from you. Get your rest as best you can. Try to stay as best you can on your routines. Maybe you need to adjust your nighttime and morning routine to get you through the summer months. Maybe you know that, you know what, in the evenings I'm going to like to be by the fire or down on the dock till late in the evening enjoying myself. And maybe I need to adjust things a little bit. Maybe my nighttime routine gets a little shorter. Maybe my morning routine gets a little longer. Or maybe I can move some of those things to the next morning or morning of to still stay on track with them, but again, be able to adjust accordingly. So again, a great time coming into this long weekend to get that calendar again, look ahead from May to September, basically. Look for those long weekends, for those events that maybe take in every summer, those trips you have planned. And again, take a look at things. What can I adjust and maneuver a little bit? What system can I modify to make sure I'm staying on track as best I can? That's the goal. I want to be as consistent as possible, but changing to what life hands us. So make sure we get our rest. Again, maybe you're looking at some relaxation, some meditation to, again, just to be able to vent out a little bit. Maybe that helps you de-stress from work if you're still working through the summer months. Again, daylight, maybe get outside in some nature, get some good quiet time to, again, maybe just bring ourselves down out of that red zone, back to the yellow towards the green. We're not at that high alert level so much. We can kind of play around with that and find strategies that hopefully, if we're using them now in the summer months when we have more daylight and more time outside, maybe again, we can modify them come fall, winter, when we lose some of that daylight and that outdoor availability because of the weather. We don't want to lose the habit, maybe make it only a summer thing. But again, we can tweak and adjust and modify it so we can kind of keep the things that are working for us throughout the year. Again, we want to, we talk about here, create systems for ourselves so we can put whatever problems going on or situation, whatever goal we have into our system, and the system takes care of it. But again, that system is going to maybe tweak and adjust depending on the year. We're not in a place where the climate is always the same 365 days a year. It's going to fluctuate. We have to make modifications for that as well. But we don't want to lose what works for us 6 months of the year because it gets dark too early to be able to do some of that. So again, take the opportunity to maybe do some different things, try some different stuff so that, again, you can really fine tune your system when the time comes. And as always, remember to just say no. There's going to be lots of invitations, lots of things going on. Know yourself, know your body, know your mind. Know when you just need to say, you know what, thanks, but no thanks. I'm just going to take a weekend to myself. Get some rest, recharge a little bit, gear up for the next week of work and hit the ground running and staying fresh. We want to be able to use this time as best we can. So as much as we want to be around everyone and get to all the things that we can, sometimes we just have to say no thanks and take that time for ourselves. So remember that you can say no as well. So I'm thinking as well as some fitness tips to go along with our summer. Again, kind of outdoor schedules, barbecues, events, things like that. If you're traveling around, again, try to have a good routine if you're traveling far distance. Incorporate lots of stretch breaks into your trip, your route. If you're driving far, if you're flying somewhere, again, get up on the plane, stretch a little bit as often as you can. Being still too long isn't great for us. And we get there, we're tight. And then if we're taking part in some of these activities, maybe we pull a muscle, we hurt ourselves a little bit because we weren't as mobile as we usually are. So if you're on the road, you're driving, again, anytime you stop for gas, for food, things like that, make sure you get out, do a nice little stretch, just for a couple minutes even, get the blood flowing through the body again before you get back on the road. Thinking about getting that workout in, as we mentioned earlier, thinking of maybe, again, we addressed our workout times. Maybe you're a noontime workout person during the winter months. That's usually the hottest part of the day in the summer. So now maybe you're gearing back to a early morning, kind of later evening workout. That early morning, get it in, you get it out of the way, and then you're done for the day. You've got the workout in, you can check yourself that pat on your back. You got some good forward momentum leading into your other tasks, and that gives you the energy, gives you the calorie burn and things like that to get you through the rest of the day as well. So again, take a look at that schedule for the next few months and decide where the best time to work out fits in for you and where that's going to be. And again, maybe it's modifying the workouts. Maybe they go from half an hour to an hour. Maybe they go shorter. Maybe you do different splits of upper body, lower body, core, different things like that. Maybe you do multi-joint movements. Maybe you do HIIT. Maybe you do yoga, Pilates. Maybe you go for runs and bike rides. And there's so many different options, especially in the summer. We can get outside and do different things. And again, take advantage of that longer day with that extended daylight. So again, take a look, make those plans. And then again, look at those long weekends, those trips you've got coming up, and modify. Okay, I can't get to the gym this long weekend because I'm away for 3 days. What can I do? Okay, the place I'm at has a park close by. I can go to the park and do laps around the track. I can go for a nice walk every morning. I can throw my my Libre Fat Bands in my bag and do some band workouts, some tubing work in the morning before we get going. There's a gym close by I can get in. The hotel I'm at has a gym in it. I can get to the gym in the mornings and get something in. It doesn't have to be, again, exactly what you're doing, but at least something that keeps you consistent, keeps you, again, that pat on your back every day of sticking with your routine, and it helps you at least maintain what you've been doing. Maybe you won't progress, but we don't want to regress and go backwards. At least you're maintaining. So again, when you get back to regular scheduled programming, you get back to that routine and not have to deal with that struggle, that hole to dig yourself out of. So get those workouts in, make those modifications. Again, look ahead now. Basically, from this coming weekend, as we record this, it's the 14th of May. We're heading into the long weekend. From now till Labor Day, typically, that's our summer. That's when these things are going to go on. So get that calendar out, look ahead, and plan things. Again, make modifications where you need to along the way. It better be prepared for that and not have to deal with it and try to scramble and make something almost up on the fly because there's no gym where you're at or you're away when you're usually home to do certain things. Look at it now, make those arrangements, and then it's easier to modify. Maybe it's easier to remember to pack your fitness bands in your suitcase because you planned it ahead rather than the weekend of trying to plan pack the night before you go and forget to throw those in your suitcase, and you kind of lose 3 days of a workout. So again, take that time, look ahead, plan ahead for those moments this summer to help you stay on track. And that's all we're trying to do, stay as consistent as we can and do the best we can. And remember, just to, we've talked here before about a lesson I learned from Afghanistan was max flexibility. Again, be flexible with yourself. Look ahead. Use that calendar to plan. Be flexible with what you have. You have your routines. You have your goals. You know how can you work towards those goals. Again, things should be able to be interchangeable and move around or modified for you to keep you on that track as best you can, rather than just stopping altogether. So don't be afraid to be flexible. Give yourself that permission. If you're not sure how to maybe modify what you've got going on as things come up, again, reach out to your coaches, book in that appointment, go over some of these things and see maybe what options there are. Again, fitness bands, HIIT systems. If you see me use the Liebert HIIT system, suspension trainers, things like that, typically are a little easier to carry and take with you. You can throw them in your suitcase, throw them in the back of your car, and then use them wherever you are. But again, there's different ways to work. Our body weight's always great. A water bottle gives you resistance. Again, playgrounds, the park benches and things like that, you can do workouts on those as well. Lots of different options out there that we can modify and stay on track. With any goal you're working towards, we can maybe modify what we're doing, but we want to stay as consistent as we can to know that we can handle these kind of changes in our routine and our schedule. So that, again, when something unexpected comes up, because we know the long weekend's coming up this weekend, we can plan for it, we can prepare for it. But sometimes life can say, hey, you're home for 3 days because you're sick, or this has happened, this life thing's happened to you, your family members need you, whatever the case may be. Oh, you know what? When I went away for Victoria Day weekend, I modified my schedule to stay consistent. I can do that now in this situation, in this moment, and make sure I stay on track and stay consistent. So I can be at my best for myself and be at my best for those around me. Again, it's more practice. It's building that system, making it stronger and efficient, and just trying to add more tools to the tool belt or more experiences for us to draw from so that we can be even more wise in our systems and in our goal setting and our goal accomplishment. So that, again, when we go through these expected moments, it better prepares us for the unexpected moments. It's like when I train clients, because it's almost controlled chaos where we go through different movement patterns and balance work and going through different things, so that when you're in the real world and it's not as a controlled environment, your body's used to reacting and responding, so it can for you in those moments as well. And that's the same thing here. We'll take this expected kind of 3-day weekend change in routine, work around it, learn from it, know what works best for us. So again, when something unexpected comes up, you can work through it. And the big thing to keep in mind is you can do this. Like we said, we don't want you to be so strict and narrow that you don't enjoy yourself. We want to be able to have our fun, enjoy the summer, enjoy ourselves with our friends and family. Like we all deserve to have a great time. We just want to try to keep consistent and keep working towards that goal as best we can towards the end of December, so you don't hit September with a 3-month hole to dig ourselves out of because we didn't put some plans and processes in place. So hopefully that helps you, give you some ideas. Again, as we hit into this long weekend and going into the summer months, thinking of ways to keep your nutrition in check. Again, stay physically active, drink your water, have those meals before you head to those events. Again, be mindful of your alcohol intake, have water with it, stay dry. Some events maybe too. Moderate yourself, pace yourself with the alcohol and the food, and just do the best you can. Make the best choices of what's around for you. Try to be mindful of your goal. Maybe before you head away, grab the old phone and take a picture of that vision board that you made, that Blake helped us go through and design. Or put your mantras, your alarms, make sure they're all set up in your phone so that they continue to go off and remind you over that time of your goal and where you want to be at the end of December of 2025. So that, again, it helps you stay on track. It helps you make those good decisions of, should I have some fruits and veggies, or should I go right for the desserts before dinner? Okay, I should get some fruits and veggies and get some good food in me first, and then I'll have a little treat later if I still feel like there's some room for it. Or I'll get some activity in, and then knowing that I'll be okay to have some stuff later on as well, because I did my work towards my goal. Set up those reminders. Set yourself up for as much success as possible. And again, take the time as you look at that schedule and look at those routines and those plans and those trips and whatever's going on. Again, set yourself up for success. add to your list the gym clothes, the fitness bands, whatever the things are that you need to take, the water bottles, whatever the case may be, and plan for all that stuff. Have a system for it. Have a wonderful summer. You'll enjoy yourself. You'll have some fun, and you'll stay on consistent progress toward that big goal that you set for yourself for the end of December, making 2025 a great year for you that you truly deserve. So again, gang, thanks so much for being here. That's it for tonight. And I thought nice reminder heading into the long weekend and the kind of summer holiday seasons. Hopefully help you stay on track. Again, if you're with us live or recording, love to hear from you. What maybe some strategies you apply to make sure that you stay on track, working towards your goals, and that you don't kind of derail yourself in the summer. A lot of people work hard to get to the summer because they want to maybe look a little nicer in their bathing suits or feel good before they go away, and then again, they kind of lose everything. We want to keep things going for us so that, again, we finish the year nice and strong as well. So please feel free to share this with people in your community, whatever platform you're on. Feel free to repost it, to share it. Tag me as you do, and I'll make sure I say hello to your communities as well. Again, looking ahead to maybe some changes platform-wise and see what we're doing going forward, but I'll keep you guys posted as I sort that stuff out. But until then, have a great long weekend, everyone. Stay safe, take care. Remember, always make yourself the priority that you deserve to be by striving to be operationally fit. Stay safe, take care. We'll see you next week.